Hello, everybody. This is it. The wait is finally over. Welcome to the 2023 LLAPy Awards, brought to you by Virtual TrekCon 4 and all the people you see in front of you. Let's start off the introductions very quickly. Our superstar, our favorite person in the world, the Ethiopian nightmare, Sirach Lofton.
Hello, everybody.
Also, we have Muhammad Noor, the Egyptian nightmare.
Hello, pleasure to be here.
An occasional Star Trek science advisor, of course, you know. Miss Bonnie Gordon is here. She is not anybody's nightmare. She is from Star Trek Prodigy, of course.
But I want to be a nightmare.
That kind of works.
Yeah.
Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel is also here. That's Trekkie MD.
Hi.
We also have a 3-time nominee of the Emmy Awards and a 1-time Emmy winner, meteorologist Katie Nicolau.
Hello.
Melissa Longo is here. She's got Emmys in her future for sure.
Hi.
All right, but everybody's like, yeah. But what about popcorn Scott Baker?
Yes.
All right. So everybody watching live, let us know right now. Do you see us? Do you hear us? Are you loving us? Linda Anderegg says Africa in the house. So I think that means yes.
Yeah.
Great. We see you. Let's get started. You've waited long enough. First and foremost, Dr. Muhammad Noor, can you tell everybody what's the LLAPy's all about? What's going on here?
Great question. So this is the only Star Trek awards show by the fans for the fans. So everything about this was made by the fans. Some of the categories were actually picked by the fans. The finalists who people voted on were picked by the fans on social media. So there were categories like, for example, who had the best character arc in Legacy Star Trek? And we just put that question out there and people went on social media and said, I think you should add the EMH from Voyager. I think you should add Data from Next Generation. I think you should add Damar from Deep Space Nine. They added those things in. And then this was posted on the web, shared through tons and tons of different social media groups, and also just on like its own standing website. So you didn't even need social media to log in, and people voted. And today you get to hear most of, you heard some of them yesterday, that's why I'm saying most. Today you get to hear most of the winners for the great categories. And it's such an honor to be here.
Right.
Thank you all for doing this.
And before we get to that first category, 2 of them have already been announced in our previous pregame hype show with Randy Frank of Lambda Quadrant, Laurie Ulster of Trek Movie, and all 4 sci-fi sisters. Those were, if you missed them, and you should not have missed it, the funniest moment of 2022. The winner was Spock into Pring's body. That was freaking hilarious. It's not what it sounds like, though, but it was very funny. And the other one was Best Antagonist of 2022. The Borg Queen, played by Annie Wershing, won. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So let us get started, shall we? Bonnie, I think you've got something to tell us, right?
I do. Previously on the LLAPys, the funniest moment of TNG was Worf is not a merry man. And he's not.
All right. So we've got a couple wonderful writers from Star Trek Prodigy joining us right now. And they've got the next category. We're going to pull them up right now. Julie Benson and Shauna Benson, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
We are so excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
We're excited.
And what a cool category.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. Please take it away.
Thank you. So, Star Trek Deep Space Nine was known for its complex storytelling and dramatic moments, but it also had its fair share of comedic moments. The balance of humor and drama in the show added levity to the heavy arcs in that series.
So, in the category of funniest moment in Deep Space Nine, the finalists are
Dukat sits on a sand spine and Kira has to remove it from the season 4 episode Indiscretion.
Quark saying they buy it. I can't do the voice. If they buy it, if they buy poison, they'll buy anything. I think I'm going to like it here from the season 4 episode Little Green Men.
Miles O'Brien, very upset he tore his pants from the season 6 episode Rocks and Shoals.
Miles and Julian, fed up with Worf's bachelor party chant, Kill Worf, from the season 6 episode You Are Cordially Invited.
Keevan walking into the bulkhead for the season 6 episode The Magnificent Ferengi.
Worf shouting, Dust to the opposition, from the season 7 episode Take Me Out to the Holosuite.
The DS9 crew Raz Solok for getting emotional from the season 7 episode Take Me Out to the Holosuite.
And finally, Nog trades away Cisco's desk from the season 7 episode Treachery, Faith, and the Great River.
And the winner is
Worf shouting, Dust to the opposition, Take Me Out to the Holosuite.
Love it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so much fun. Right now, there are people that have made a ton of predictions at home, and I want to know in the live chat how many of you got that right. Sirach, you remember that episode well and that scene well, right?
I do. I was also pulling for Nog, though. You know, I did like when he in the Great River providing. I did like that moment. But congratulations to Michael Dorn and Worf's character for providing us with a lot of laughs over the years.
Mm-hmm. Well, Julie and Shauna, you've been so great to our show in the past. You've been so great to the fans, helping to write 20 glorious episodes of Star Trek Prodigy. We really appreciate you, everything you've done. We appreciate your time today, and thank you very much.
Thank you for having us. Have a good time, everyone.
Thanks.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and proper. That's
Beautiful. All right.
That was great.
So, Bonnie, oh, you're already way ahead. You
Oh,
know
I was
that you're
ready.
coming up. All right. We got the next category. Bonnie Gordon, what's up?
Previously on the Lappies, the biggest wow moment of 2020-2021 was the Guardian of the Forever reveal in Star Trek Discovery. Wow, indeed.
All right.
That's a big wow.
Sirach, I believe this next one is for you.
Okay. That's a wow moment for me. No. No, I'm going to go ahead and present the biggest wow moment of 2022. And there's been a lot of shows that have been, a lot of the new series have given us a lot of wow moments, from Blast from the Past to new characters and great journeys. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have for this biggest wow moment of 2022. So first up, we have Stacey Abrams as president of the United Earth on Discovery, episode titled Coming Home. We also have Q appearance in the new Picard episode called The Stargazer. We have the legacy characters being revealed on the bridge in Prodigy's Kobayashi episode. Also, we have Hemmer and his demise in Strange New Worlds. All Those Who Wander is the name of the episode. And we also have reimagining the original series episode, Balance of Terror, in Strange New Worlds. Equality of Mercy is the name of the episode. And the winner is Hammer Dies, Strange New Worlds, All Those Who Wander. Congratulations.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. Well, you know what we should have done, though? Dang, we should have called Bruce Horak. Does anybody know him? Hey, everybody, it's Bruce Horak is here, who plays Hemmer on Strange New Worlds. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Bruce.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm good. I'm really good. It's really nice to be here. Yes. Hi.
You're alive.
Thank you.
I'm totally alive. I'm totally live. I'm totally nervous. I didn't write anything. I just kind of showed up and got excited about all the categories and reading all the wow moments of the last year. It's just it's extraordinary. Like Trek is killing it right now. It's so good. It's so good.
Well, you've been super busy. That's why you didn't get a chance to write anything. You're on tour right now, right?
I am. I'm in Kenora, Ontario, which is in northern Canada, little town out there. I'm touring my solo show through all the beautiful areas of Manitoba and Ontario right now. Keeping warm, keeping warm.
Well, Bruce, we really appreciate you hanging out with us. I can tell you honestly, since Sirach and I were covering all these episodes, he was really rooting for your character. And I remember in episode 9, he was a little pissed. I was glad that we did all this virtually.
I was sad to see you go, Bruce. We loved your character. You grew on us right away. So fascinating. You loved your performances.
Thank you.
You were just amazing. And, you know, thankfully Star Trek's able to bring people back. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. But you did a tremendous job, and we want to honor you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. It's it's a real honor to be a part of the story and the wow moment. Certainly, I mean, I knew it was coming. I think it was of a very small handful of people who did, and I thought they just did it right. And the fact that that it hit people the way it did, it's lovely. Better that than, hey, we're glad you're gone. Well, I did my first Star Trek convention in Las Vegas this year.
That's where we met you.
The whole lineup of people were just saying, everyone came up and said, "Oh, we loved you. We're so sorry you're gone." And it was, it was like getting to attend my own funeral. It's pretty beautiful. So thank you.
Well, Bruce, we really appreciate you joining us today. I'm going to move on to the next category, but maybe don't go too far. I don't know. All right. So this next category, personally for me, is very important because we were going through a pretty big pandemic a little while back. You may have heard of it. And there was a lot of shows that were not happening because of this, and a lot. And everything stopped, and we were all scared, and we were all stressed, and we were all panicked. And there was a show in particular called Star Trek Discovery that was like, nope, F this. We'll just put on 7 N90 masks and we're going to figure it out, and we're going to shoot anyway. And we're going to do 15 tests per day. And when we're watching it, we're noticing there weren't big groups in any of the scenes. It was all 2-person scenes. And you realize that's because they're trying to keep the spread down. And they turned it into an art form. And they gave us basically a full season of these 2-person scenes. And they gave us so many great scenes and moments that way. And that's why this next category, Dr. Mohammed Noor is going to announce for us. And I think it's got something to do with that.
Oh, that's absolutely right. That was a beautiful introduction. Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks.
So in the category of Discovery's best 2-person scenes, the finalists are: number 1, Nan and Burnham reconciling command differences. That was in the episode Rubicon. Saru seeking help from Tarina on how to balance his emotions. That was also in the episode Rubicon. We had Michael Burnham convincing Book to stand down on the DMA attack from the shuttle. That was also in the episode Rubicon.
Wow.
Yeah, remember, we only had half the season in 2022. This is why they tend to be a little condensed in this case. We had Culber giving Saru dating advice. That was from the episode The Galactic Barrier. We had Jet Reno convincing Book that Tarka is insincere. That was from the episode Species 10C. And the last two were Admiral Vance and Tilly bonding amidst difficult circumstances. It's an understatement. It was from the episode Coming Home. And also from the episode Coming Home, Saru and Tarina confessing their feelings for one another, which is something we were all like rooting for the whole way through. And the winner is, unsurprisingly from what I just said, Saru and Tarina confessing their feelings for one another in that season finale episode Coming Home. It was so moving, so well done, beautiful writing, beautiful acting, just wonderful.
Bringing up Anne-Marie here because she was the one crying the most about it. She's been rooting for this thing since I don't know when, but I'm so glad it happened.
They're the best. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. They're so romantic over tea.
Well, let's see if we can rekindle that spark, everybody. Tara Rosling is here and Doug Jones is here. Welcome thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you. This is fantastic.
Well, what a surprise. Thank you so much for the lovely award.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. You know, working with Tara Rosling, I'm just going to go right into this right away. She is an absolute angel, and she is the most professional and prepared actress I've ever worked opposite in my life.
Really?
She makes me feel like a hack, but honestly, playing such a dignified, innocent love story with her that led all the way through the season up to a handhold was like probably the most tasteful romance I've ever been a part of on screen.
Truly old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have the easiest job in the world, falling in love with Doug Jones. So yeah.
Well, we really appreciate both of you jumping in here. But before you go, can you tell us, did you have any idea something like this was coming? Was this something that you just felt like you had such great chemistry on, in scenes together that you were like, come on, they got to do something with this?
Yeah.
Well, initially, I believe that President Trina was a one-off, that she was just supposed to exist in one episode, and then there was, I believe, chemistry between the two of us, and then I think Doug had like ideas churning about, I think there's somewhere this can go.
I might have had I might have had a little discussion with our showrunner, Michelle Yeoh. Yeah. Michelle Paradise. Michelle Yeoh, by the way, is great, but for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were actually, Michelle Paradise and I were flying back from New York Comic Con, where we just done a panel for Star Trek. We're sitting in the airport lounge, and this is during season 3. We just filmed the episode where Trina comes aboard for what was that? The Quatmalat? Was that what it's called?
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Quatmalat.
And I was kind of hosting her around the ship, and we were kind of like, it felt like we were paired up really, really well. And Tara and I both talked about it and felt it. And I was asking Michelle Paradise, is that what you guys had in mind, a romance? And she said, oh, we hadn't really thought of that. How could you not? When we're saying goodbye to each other, it's like, Saru's kind of like, he did the equivalent of, can we have coffee sometime, when he said, I would like for our discussions to continue, right?
Yeah.
And our little live long and prosper goodbye to each other. She beams out. I look out the window longingly. Well, how is that not a romance beginning? Right? So sure enough, season 4, they brought her back. And I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So are we.
Yeah.
So much chemistry.
Electric.
Too.
Yeah, it was electric.
We were all rooting for you.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. The live chat of everybody watching right now is going ballistic. It's insane. We really appreciate you both. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you.
Love. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Doug. Bye, Tara.
Bye.
All right. So, there was a new character that showed up in Star Trek Discovery a little while ago. And that new character was called Lieutenant Nan. And I personally put her way up at the top of the list. Sirach was like, nope, she's number 1. Because I was like top 3. He's like, nope, she's top 1. She's played by Rachel Ancheril. And she is here right now. She wowed us all when she was a new character, and she's here to present an award for a new character, right?
Hey, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining in.
Oh, I also too, so much love for those 2 that were just on. Oh my gosh, I was shooting hearts out to them and to you all, of course.
But especially them.
Well, no, I don't play big. No. But I am so excited to be here to talk about the category, or give the names for the category of most interesting character introduced in 2022. And the finalists are the President of Earth, Discovery; Adam Soong, Picard; T'Lyn, Picard; Hemmer, Strange New Worlds; Lieutenant Luan, Strange New Worlds; Lieutenant Ortegas, Strange New Worlds; Ensign Asenia, Prodigy; Dr. McDonald, Prodigy, Petra Aberdeen, Lower Decks. And drum roll, and the winner is Hemmer in Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, back to back.
Yay. Thank you so much. Well, I want to just take a moment to really thank the starting with the prosthetics guys, because they built that character. I think, and for me, all of the work, especially in prosthetics, is a collaboration between the artists that create, design, build, apply, maintain all of that work. I just think as soon as I looked at Hemmer, as soon as I saw the sketch, wow, this is an interesting character. This is a very interesting character, and the way he was written and the whole arc, I just thought it was a no-brainer to say yes to that character, and to I feel very deeply, deeply honored to have had the chance to portray him, and I'm really thankful that it landed with the fans the way that it has. Those are my thoughts. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Bruce. Everybody loves you. I don't know if the good people at Strange New Worlds had any idea that they would bring on this character for 9 episodes, planned that he was going to die, and that basically would start a riot among Star Trek fans. But we support that riot.
Yes.
But thank you so much, Bruce. We love you and your work. Rachel, we love you and your work. We really appreciate you, and we hope to see you again real soon, both of you. Okay.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Be well. Be well.
All right. Can you believe it? God, everybody in the live chat, can you believe that we had Nan and Hemmer right here together? What luck. And also, Bonnie Gordon, is that the first time? We're checking the computer. Is that the first time that somebody's won 2 awards in one show?
That is not the first time, but it is the first time here at the LLAPys this year of 2023. Am I right? Fun fact.
I forgot to check.
Trek fact. That's the first time someone's won 2 at the LLAPys in 2023. Back to you, Ryan.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I really thought so, but I'm not 100% sure. So somebody in the live chat, let us know. Melissa, I believe you have the next category. Is that right?
Yes, it's so exciting. In a universe filled with galactic adventures, drama, and action-packed moments, intimate exchanges provide a tender reminder of the power of love and compassion, no matter the species or the circumstances. Our next reward recognizes flourishing consensual love between characters within the various Star Trek series across its more than 5 decades. So, in the category of favorite romantic kiss, the finalists are Worf and Jadzia Dax, Deep Space Nine, looking for Parmok in all the wrong places. Jadzia Dax and Lenara Khan, Deep Space Nine, Rejoined. Kira Nerys and Odo, Deep Space Nine, His Way. T'Pol and Trip, Enterprise, Harbinger. Hugh Culber and Paul Stamets, Discovery, Into the Forest I Go. And Dal, RL, and Gwen, Prodigy, Supernova Part 2. And the winner for Best Kiss is...
Nice.
Kira Nerys and Odo, His Way, Deep Space Nine. All
right.
Yay.
The 2 of you were the ones fighting the hardest to have this category in the LLAPy Awards. Can you tell everybody why?
I mean, I have this episode of them dancing right before they kiss, framed with both autographs. I just love it. It's so sweet.
It's so sweet. It was one of the romances I was rooting for as a teenager for as long as I can remember. Odo and Kira are just, they're magic together. So
They stopped the promenade. What more is it to say?
yeah.
All right. Well, somebody that was vehemently against this category. Hi, meteorologist Katie. Well, I don't know if she really was, but she has the next category for all of us to enjoy, right, Katie? Uh-oh, we can't hear you.
Now you can hear me.
Beautifully.
See, I was
yes.
so excitedly cheering in the background. I wanted to make sure there were no chances that you could hear it. Anywho, for Star Trek fans, we're no strangers to almost weekly adrenaline rushes at this point that go from heart-stopping battles like Wolf 359 to fan favorites returning to the screen after being away for decades. And it never fails to get the blood pumping. With that being said, here's the category and the finalists in it for most exciting moment of 2022. The first one, Discovery Crew breakthrough in communicating with 10C in Discovery Species 10C. The various alien ships coming to save the Federation ships in Prodigy Supernova Part 1. Tendi showing Mesk how to pirate like an Orion in Lower Decks, Here All Trust Nothing. All the Cali-class ships showing up to save the day in Lower Decks, The Stars at Night. Encountering the Romulans in Strange New Worlds, Equality of Mercy. And the Borg Queen shows up in Picard Season 2 pilot, The Stargazer. And the winner is the Borg Queen shows up, Picard the Stargazer. Yay!
So, not the best of news, but everybody, you might already have heard this news that sadly Annie Wershing passed away just a matter of a few weeks ago. So we would like to take this opportunity to point you to her and her family's GoFundMe, which is doing really well, but it needs to do even better. So everybody, here's our, put your attention to the GoFundMe. It says for Annie's boys, Freddie, Ozzy, and Archie. We will add the link in the live chat right now. So please be sure you go there and donate what you can. Even if you can only donate $1, it's a thought that counts. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And even more so, it's free to share. So share it with everybody you know. Email it, text it, do social media, whatever it is. But please, spread that word around because, everybody will jump to donating to something like that on the first day or two, but then they move their mind on to the next news item of the day. So please make sure to revive that for us and for Annie and for her boys.
Yeah, she did such an amazing job. Just it's adrenaline rush. You see the queen and immediately all those past memories come back in and she is the queen. So that was such a special moment.
It super was. Excellent job.
Uh-oh. I traded my mute for yours, Ryan.
Sorry, I just put the link in the live chat, so everybody check that out and jump on that when this is over.
When it comes to this GoFundMe, resistance is futile.
There it is. Perfect. Anybody else want to throw any final words on this?
Just it's always shocking when somebody so young leaves us so suddenly, and she did do a phenomenal job. They cast her perfectly as the Borg Queen, and she knocked it out of the park. So and it's difficult to lose such an integral part of one's family. So GoFundMe is a great way to help support her and her family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a sad loss. We're gonna definitely miss her, but she showed up and gave it her all, and she'll always be remembered for that.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
All right. Let's see. While we're doing that, actually, it looked like Mohammed had something to say. Let's bring him on for a second too.
The Borg Queen also is another 2-category winner in the show's LLAPys.
Yeah,
and very well deserved.
You are 100% right. So we had our first two two-time winners on the same show.
I was just
All right.
her role was excellent in other shows she was in outside of the Star Trek universe. Like she was the mom in Marvel's Runaways, did a great job in that as well. So yeah, very talented throughout her career.
Well, okay. We are going to move on to the next category, but everybody please remember to check out that link when this is all over.
And it's free to share. That's the big
It
one.
is. That's the real key of it all. All right.
Well, the more people who see it, the more likely it is to boost. And that's one of the great powers of the internet.
100%. So our next category is going to be presented by somebody that you all might know as Dr. Pollard from Star Trek Discovery.
In the category of Most Interesting Series Regular or Recurring Character in Strange New Worlds, the finalists are Spock, Lieutenant Erica Ortegas, Dr. Benga, Lieutenant Laan Noonien Singh, Captain Christopher Pike, Niota Uhura, Nurse Christine Chappell, Number 1, Uno Chin Riley, and Lieutenant Hemmer. And the winner is Captain Christopher Pike.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
It's the hair. It's the hair.
It's completely
It's the hair. It's the hair and
and the sass, the pure sass.
And the apron.
It's the apron. It's the cooking apron, the hair.
Anne-Marie,
the attitude.
did you just see, did Melissa just mention the apron again? Melissa, why are you obsessed with the apron? Tell the whole world. We got to know.
It's a very nice apron. And he wears it well.
As someone who cannot cook and is a disaster in the kitchen, I would want him as my captain, just so I can have a nice meal. And by meal, I mean a snack. You know what? You should just mute me. I'm going to go. Thank you. I'm here all night.
We all know what you meant.
Hey!
All right.
Call
So
me
everybody
Captain
at home, we've got another treat for you, or we did, but it looks like they just had technical difficulties. So it's going to be even more of a treat right now. Your friend Scott Baker is going to read the next category, if you could believe that.
Put my popcorn down. Let's do this.
Well,
hey, also, I want to say how special Raven is. So she was so amazing.
Yeah.
She always
just
delivers and looks ravishing. So
yeah, great style, great.
Ravishing Raven. Ravishing Raven.
Who also was wonderful for us last year, which does not go unnoticed. She definitely hooks us up. She brings the best energy. She's super positive, and anybody, thanks for bringing that up, Srok. Anybody that's watching right now and wonders, is she always like that, or does she just turn it on for the camera? She's always like that. She's just this bundle of positivity and joy, and we're very fortunate that she gives us the time of day. So thank you very much to Raven Dowda.
I have to add the sass, but the best kind of sass. It's the sass that's very charming.
Yes.
I see. Yeah.
All right. So this next category is about Star Trek Enterprise, everybody. Everybody that's a Star Trek fan, you know that you can kind of really get into these one-off characters, right? These actually, Anne-Marie, this was one of your ideas, right? Because you just love these one-off characters, and you can name them at the drop of a hat when everybody else is like, you know, the one with the ears and there was like a laser.
I mean, that's the amazing part of like the rewatchability of Star Trek. Plus how amazing the actors they get are to portray the characters who are so amazingly written. And I mean, I'm definitely not alone in being able to do that. And I'm not even as extreme as some people. And I think that what really speaks to that is like at Star Trek conventions, when you go and there are lines at people's tables who are in one episode of now probably over 900 episodes, and they just mean a lot to us. They all capture something different. So I just love this category.
All right. So this person that is here to do this category just walked away from their seat. So they're leaving the drama for everybody. Everybody's guessing who's going to present this next category. Well, it is somebody from Star Trek Enterprise, but you know him from Robot Jocks and Alien Nation. But yeah, probably as Ambassador Saval in Star Trek Enterprise, Mr. Gary Motherfucking Graham.
Yes.
And he's
Bye.
gone.
Thank you for joining
There
us. What's up, Gary? How are you?
Hey guys. Hi everybody. I'm just out of the shower and just figured out how to do all this stuff. But here I am. Yeah. Am I presenting something to someone?
We sure are hoping so.
Well,
If
you
you've
and
got
me
that
both.
information in front of you, otherwise Scott Baker will be your crutch.
Good.
right.
Baker's been my crutch for many years. So
Also, don't you have an album coming out soon? The Sons of Kirk, Star Trek rock band, right?
yes. Yes. I'm even looking at our guitar pick made into a little necklace here. So I'm gonna proudly wear that, the Sons of Kirk. It's just wrapping up. I was ordered not to
wait.
I was ordered not to bring it up, but since you have brought it up.
Oh, sorry. Well, we can't
no,
wait.
it's all right.
And we're super excited for it because I know it's almost done.
Yes. We are in the final stages of completing it. It's been a long haul with COVID, and I'm dealing with musicians. So if anybody,
It's been a long what?
Yeah, it's been a long one. And
I got you.
being a musician, it's doubly long. So, but yeah, we're bringing it all together. It's coming out. It should be coming out within a month, really. He says optimistically, but anyway,
Fantastic.
It's been a labor of love, I gotta say, and it's gonna rock. I guarantee it's gonna rock.
No doubt. All right. So Scott Baker, Gary Graham, aka Ambassador Saval, take it away.
All right. Well, today we got our category for the favorite one-off character in Enterprise. And our finalists are the Ferengi named Krem from episode 1, from season 1, episode Acquisition. Tamir from season 2, episode Carbon Creek. Fizal Phlox from season 2, episode 1, Stigma. Vizian Cogenitor from season 2, episode Cogenitor.
Gary is so
Captain-
glad he didn't have to read these right now.
Buddy.
He's like, I would
Thank
never.
you, buddy. You come through with a pinch once again.
Yeah. Captain A.G. Robinson from season 2, episode First Flight. Sim from season 3, episode Similitude. And the Illyrian captain, played by Casey Biggs in the season 3 episode Damage.
Okay.
What's your guess? Gary? Are you voting for Casey?
I'm going for Casey.
Well, you are going to be severely disappointed because the winner is Tamir from Carbon Creek.
Tamir, all right, good. That was my second guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, accepting for Tamir is Scotty Baker.
Fun fact, Scott Baker is, in fact, not Tamir.
Oh, yes.
But it has been a long road, and he has faith of the heart.
We were trying so hard.
We were trying to get Gary to do it.
Just say the thing.
I nixed the sex change, so it's that's what had me held. Like, I don't think so. Is Tamir a male or a female, or what
female?
are the
and
What
Anne
are the
Marie was
pronouns?
getting very upset that we mispronounced Fiesel Phlox. By the way,
Oh.
I was watching her.
I
love Fiesel
I wasn't prepared.
Well, Gary, everybody was hoping you would say it's been a long road. So that was
It's been a long road.
that's it.
From there to here.
We can all sleep tonight.
That's all I know.
Rock and roller. Gary motherfucking Graham. Sirach is clapping his hands.
Gary, next con that you and I are at together, we should do a duet.
Oh, I would love it. I would love it. You have a lovely, smoky voice that I would love to manipulate. And
oh dear, I love all of these words. Let's do it.
All right.
The smoky voice meets the smoky room.
Yeah.
All right.
Gary, we'll turn up a holodeck episode. We'll turn up a holodeck.
Nice.
Gary, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Really
You're
appreciate
so welcome. Is that my cue to leave?
I think so. We'll be talking to you soon, and you're gonna be rocking with us. Okay.
All right, man. All right.
Thanks.
See you. Thanks. Great seeing you all.
You too.
Bye, Gary.
Oh my God, I missed that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I can still hear you.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm only partially dead.
All right.
I feel like dancing. No. Hey, should I just leave or what?
If you'd like, you can hang out. We had some Klingons
I'll
hanging
hang
out for a long time.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I know. A lot of you, I haven't seen you in a long time. So
Hang out. We missed you. You're up in Oregon nowadays, so hang out.
Washington State, actually, Eastern Washington State, right next to Coeur d'Alene.
All right. So I believe, Bonnie, I think you've got this next one, right?
I do not.
Oh, son of a.
It is Scott Baker once more. Unless you want to go out of order, that's fine by me. I'm ready.
Poor Scott. Oh. No.
Look, I was born ready.
I got it here. This one I practiced. These are easy ones.
All right, we're ready for you, Scott. Thanks.
All right. In the category of Best Character Arc in a Legacy Star Trek Show, the finalists are Damar, Data, the EMH Doctor, Ilim Garrick, Kira Nerys, Nog, Rom, T'Pol, Worf, and the winner is Nog.
Thank goodness you practiced that. Those were perfect.
Yeah.
So this is one that is very near and dear to our hearts. Melissa Strzok, you want to say a couple words?
Only that Nog, Aaron Eisenberg would have been extremely proud to win this award, and he would have agreed. He thought the world of Nog, and so this award would have been so much to him. So thanks for all who voted for Nog. Well deserved, I think.
Yeah,
I think everybody voted for Nog.
I think it's an honor, and I know that Aaron would be very pleased to know that he's loved so much by all of you out there, and that his story is the one that has really stood the test of time when it comes to best character arc. And I think he would also say to the other contestants that were nominated in the category, he would say how much he admires their story arcs and how well of a job that they did. So I know that, Kira and Damar and Data and all of these characters that, we all know and love, for Nog to, make it from the scrawny guy and the small start that he did to really winning our hearts and earning his place in the lexicon. I think it's a real tremendous honor. So I'm happy for my buddy.
And I know how grateful he was to the writers of the show, because a lot of characters just didn't get written those opportunities, and for a character like his that's not like one of the main 3 or 4 characters of the show to be given that by the writers was an honor that I know he was deeply appreciative of.
Yeah, and the magic number was 47, right, Ryan? 47 episodes.
47. Yeah.
That's exactly it.
47.
Got a lot of love in the live chat right now.
Every second of it. Ate it up. So
yeah.
technically 48 if you want to count the Voyager episode, but I think 47 is freaking perfect. I do want to bring on real quick Dr. Mohammed Noor for just a moment here, because Scott Baker said that he believes every single person voted for Nog. Can you verify this to be true or untrue, statistically speaking?
Statistically, it was not 100%, but it was not especially close. I don't believe
it was not 0%.
Yeah, no.
Can we have the names of those who didn't vote for him?
Oh yeah, I'll tell that right now. Absolutely not.
I'm coming to your house.
Right then, I was waiting for Bonnie to say, Muhammad is muted.
Muhammad does indeed know where you live.
All right. Now I truly believe, Bonnie, after that false start,
it's time for me now.
Your turn. Yes.
You're welcome. Oh, and that's when my light falls. Okay.
I love live shows.
Oh, yeah. The next category is the biggest twist in Star Trek Prodigy. Star Trek Prodigy surprised fans with its amazing depth and complex plots. And even just with one season in, some of the stories felt like past Star Trek we have long loved. And there were many moments where it left us absolutely stunned with unsuspected plot twists. In the category of biggest twists in Prodigy, the finalists are Murph's transformation, episode Crossroads. Dal is revealed to be an augment, episode Masquerade. Essentia reveals herself to be the Va Nakat, episode Masquerade again. Hollow Janeway is reprogrammed to get the kids stuck in the holodeck, episode Ghost in the Machine. The various alien ships showing up to save the Federation ships, episode Supernova Part 1. Dal making it into Starfleet instead of Gwen, episode Supernova Part 2. And Bonnie Gordon not being in every single episode of Star Trek Prodigy. And the winner is Essentia reveals herself to be the Va Nakat in episode Masquerade. And receiving this award are my favorite bosses, Kevin and Dan Hageman. Take it away, boys.
Okay, let's just take it away, boys.
Take it away, boys.
I threw Katie in there because I know you've been loving all of
oh my gosh, yes.
Prodigy.
It's been amazing. And not just because they mentioned meteorology. Like that's just the cherry on top of the cake.
Well, showrunners of Prodigy, co-showrunners, yes, Kevin and Dave. Dan.
Oh
Hageman.
my gosh! Oh my God! This is amazing!
Thank you so much for best twist. We love it. We're so proud.
Thank you also for the worst spoiler. So
yeah, shame on you. For anyone who hasn't seen Prodigy yet, everything's now been spoiled.
Yeah, so there's no reason to watch it now except to watch the great transformation of Jamila Jamil. Thank you. We could not have won this award without her and her American accent. Thank you, Jamila. And also thank you everyone to the Star Trek community. Kevin, do you have anybody else you'd like to thank?
I just want to give you one last good high five, Dan.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I love them so much.
Kevin and Dan Hageman. Is it any wonder that Prodigy is funny as shit?
Yeah. It's so true though. You can see the fun that they have, and that just gets injected right into the show.
Mm-hmm.
They bring that chaos to every recording session as well.
Do they?
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And then you add
Chaotic
Brooke,
good.
and then you add Brooke, the voice director, into the mix, and then it turns into just pure chaos, and it's great. There's most of the. Usually, I'll just go in and like be recording 1 or 2 lines, but it'll take an hour because we're just goofing around the whole time. And then I just go acknowledged, and then I walk out. And scene.
See, I would have thought for sure that like as soon as it's work time, it's work time.
That's what they want you to think. Playtime is work time, everyone. If you can't love what you do, then why do it?
And
or as Janeway would say, do it.
I just wanted to add that the scenes, all of the big twists that you mentioned in Prodigy, each and every one of those, I remembered the scenes, I remembered the moments, and that's a testament to how well the show is written. That I mean, those things stand out for me. Murph's transformation, and Dal making Starfleet. All of these things were really great moments, and that's one thing that Kevin and Dan have done such a great job of, is just creating these memories and making them special, and leaving the impression in your mind so that you never forget those experiences and the journey that those kids are going on.
And shout out to Aaron Walke and the writers' room for bringing their best to every single episode. Yeah.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Right on.
Back to
Now-
you, Ryan.
Thank you. That was great. I love like the inside scoop on the Prodigy writers' room and the recordings and all that kind of good stuff. However, right now, I don't know if you knew this, but it's Star Trek Picard season. Season 3 has just begun, and we were introduced to a whole group of new characters. One of those new characters is played by Jin Maley, and we would like to play a video that may or may not be related to what I just said.
Many fans love Star Trek Picard, in part because of its deep connection with legacy Star Trek series and characters. In addition, Star Trek Picard often graces us with Easter eggs, brief audio or visual references to past Trek that are inconsequential to the plot, but may be noticed by fans. In the category of Favorite Star Trek Picard Easter Egg in 2022, the finalists are Enemy Alien Skulls and Grand Nagus Staff, Season 2, Episode 2, Penance. General Sisko reference, Season 2, Episode 2, Penance. Punk on the Bus, Season 2, Episode 4, Watcher. Guinan's Bar Address is 10 Forward Ave, Season 2, Episode 4, Watcher. The Guinan Defensive Stance with Clawed Hands, Season 2, Episode 7, Monsters. Rios to Teresa. No, I'm from Chile. I work in outer space. Season 2, Episode 7, Monsters. And the winner is the Punk on the Bus.
Yes. I thought Teresa was going to be here, man. I was waiting for her to win.
Ryan, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Everybody knows Jin Maley plays the new communications officer, Ensign Kova Rin Esmar Sirach. Yeah, I looked at you as soon as I heard Teresa. I looked at Sirach, and Sirach was like, come on, win this one.
That callback to Star Trek 4, the one with the whales. Oh, that was epic.
can't
It was
beat
so
it.
it was so cool.
It was like the meme when I saw it. I was just like, oh.
Yeah. I think everybody went, was like, is it the same guy?
Actually, Mohammed, it's interesting that you mention whales, because maybe we should just get into the very next category, which may or may not have something to do with whales. Actually, before we do that, this is what I meant. The Punk on the Bus. Actually, let's bring on Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel for anybody that doesn't know who the Punk on the Bus is, and then we're going to talk about whales.
Oh, I'm a Punk on the Bus specialist now.
So many talents.
So, I mean, I think we're all major fans of him. He just stole the show, stole our hearts in 1987 when this came out, I believe. And I mean, Star Trek 4 is just amazing. And the Punk on the Bus, he was so like punky and angry back then. And then when he appears in Picard, he's kind of softened. And when Raffi and Seven ask him to be quiet, he just goes ahead and is quiet and wants to respect their feelings and their space. So it was just really special to see. And we actually got in touch with the Punk on the Bus. And the first thing he asked me was if we needed his P.O. box to send his LLAPy Award. And if it was gold or gold plated. So yeah, we'll work on that. But I believe he sent in a video. It's his birthday week, so he's on the road.
And I promise it's well related.
Vacations too, yes.
Hey there.
Oh my
Contrary to
God.
popular belief, I'm not Kenny Rogers. No, I'm Kirk Thatcher, and I really wanted to thank you all for this major award. It means a lot to me because I don't know if you're aware, but the other major award for television accomplishments, the Emmys, have decided to snub me for not only my major role in Picard Season 2 as the punk that you so wonderfully have acknowledged, but also for my work as writer-director on Muppets Haunted Mansion and for my role as Jovan in Werewolf by Night. So getting this award from you Lappies means a lot to me because, the Television Academy, my peers has decided to completely ignore my work. And that is why I'm here on the shores of the Pacific in Oklahoma in an alternate universe where I did win all the Emmys. And I bought a house here. And it's gorgeous, as you can see. But you guys live in the other universe where you're the only ones who gave me that award. But I really appreciate it. I mean, in both universes, it means a lot. Cleared a big space on my mantle, or I'm told it's solid gold. And I appreciate it. And so I just wanted to say, as you guys are probably expecting, to all the Lappies, live long and prosper. And to all those at the Emmys, I hate you. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, look, a whale.
All right.
That was funny.
So Anne Marie, we're gonna send him a chocolate Easter bunny wrapped in gold tin foil, and hopefully that's gonna handle business for us, right?
And I meant to correct myself and say it was 1986. And then obviously he's winning for his Picard Easter egg.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, up next, we've got something very important to discuss with everybody here. But it's also going to be with some very important people, one of whom is Trip Tucker, Connor Trenier on Enterprise, vice versa, though, and his buddy, Dominic Keating, who plays Malcolm Reed on Star Trek Enterprise. What's up, guys?
Hey guys. Sorry, I missed the note about dressing smartly. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I didn't see that bit. It's very much Sunday afternoon here in my house. So anyway, nice to see you all. God bless you.
It's okay, Dominic. You don't have to dress smartly. You have an accent.
I've got a three-piece suit coming out of my mouth, Bonnie.
Yeah, exactly.
Nuts and tails, honey.
Always.
All right.
Where that came from.
So Connor and Dominic of Shuttlepod Show fame and Enterprise, of course, please take it away on this next category, which is entitled, we'll just leave it to you.
Yes.
Dom, do you want me to read the nominees and you read?
What? There you are. Oh,
Do you want me to read the nominees and then you read the winner?
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. And the winner is, right. Okay. I'm going to do go on.
What it's going to be like is John Travolta trying to pronounce Idina Menzel at the Oscars, because some of these I have no idea how to pronounce.
I'm going to be Warren Beatty and let you screw it up completely, mate. It's the wrong movie.
Just blame it on your accent, Dominic.
Yeah, well, I don't have an excuse.
Nope, Connor, you're on your own, Connor. You're on your own.
That's right. Oh boy. All right. So are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the category of grossest moment in Star Trek.
Oh, I win.
The finalists are Chekhov with the SETI eel. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. That's Chekhov with the SETI eel. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Well done, mate.
Exploding Head, The Next Generation. Conspiracy. Vidian, is that it?
Yeah.
Vidian, where's Durst's face? Voyager. Faces. Tom Paris coughs up his tongue.
That's pretty good. What?
Voyager, Threshold. Ichib gets his eyeball ripped out. Picard, Stardust City Rag. Baby Gorn coming out of Alien's back. Strange New Worlds, All Those Who Wander.
All right.
And in the envelope, Dominic.
And the winner is Ichib gets his eyeball ripped out on Picard, Stardust City Rag. Yeah.
I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank.
Real quick though, has anybody here had their eyeball or tongue ripped out?
Not since last Tuesday, so we're good.
Yeah, I mean, I was a freshman in college once, so sure.
All right. Well, Connor and Dominic, we really appreciate you coming over here and classing up the joint on a very classless category, but we appreciate your time very much.
Yeah, and I appreciate you thinking of us for this one.
Really did peg you for this one specifically, the both of you.
Oh, that was great.
It was those blue Stevie shorts in the Deacon Chamber room. I thought that was going to win, frankly.
Full understands the thinking arrows.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks very much, gentlemen. We really appreciate you. Everybody go check out Shuttlepod Show.
Oh, yes, please do. We've got Michael Westmore's coming on next week. It'll be a great one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice. The legend.
Yeah, a legend, indeed. All right, guys. Have a lovely rest of Sunday. Nice to see you all.
Thank you very much.
Bye, John. Bye,
Thanks,
Connor.
Ryan.
Thank you. All right. Bad news, everybody. The show's about to get crazy. So
no.
Put the kids to bed. Put the cat in the kitty litter box with like a blanket so it can't get away. There be Klingons ahead. So just be aware. General Martok himself, J.G. Hertzler. We also have Chancellor Gowron, Robert O'Reilly. Welcome to Klingons, please.
Applause!
Good to see you guys.
Amazing.
Blah.
Now, am I on?
Okay. Yes.
You're on.
Yes.
All right,
Martok, yes.
You know, as usual, I'm a little. You're starting off pissing me off.
I'm getting out of
Not
here.
unusual for me, but it's General Martok and suddenly Chancellor Gowron. He's dead, for Christ's sake. He's dead. How come he gets the Chancellor and I get, some title that was years and years ago?
You got nothing. You got nothing.
You look like a pilgrim. That's a top hat, but you look like a damn pilgrim. I understand.
Well, I only wish we had
But
I only
piss
wish
me
we
off
had a
again.
category that was related to death, because then that would have been the perfect segue that you brought up there.
Thank you. I worked all night on it. So do we start reading the title?
Yeah,
Well,
let's give it a shot. See what happens. Yeah.
The category, the most shocking death in Star Trek, honors the deaths that left the greatest impact on fans, leaving them stunned and heartbroken and forever etched in the annals of Star Trek history. What happened to me? Why am I not in this category?
General, you're muted. You're muted, General.
Okay, you ready? Where's JG? Did he go out?
He's listening to your story.
Oh, no, go ahead.
He's muted.
Who is?
He is
The general.
somehow
period.
I
accidentally
got to
muted him.
unmute 6
There we
times
go.
before my computer actually accepts my unmutation.
I'm
Jesus,
gonna
Rimini.
start this again.
You look like a pilgrim.
Yeah, I've been unmuting you for years.
The most shocking death in Star Trek award honors the deaths that left the greatest impact on fans, leaving them stunned and heartbroken and forever etched in the annals of Star Trek history.
With
What
over
happened?
5 decades of television and film, Star Trek has seen its fair share of casualties, but few have left as lasting an impact as the deaths you're about to hear.
What am I, chopped liver? What? Okay.
We haven't even got to the setup of that, Bob, and you're taking it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay.
In the category.
You guys should rehearse.
What? Ooh,
We
okay.
rehearsed all afternoon, man.
Is it your line?
I apologize.
Most shocking.
World of Star Trek, I apologize profusely for that man sitting next to me up there. Pilgrim, the Pilgrim.
me?
Yeah.
Hello.
All right. Yeah.
In the category of most shocking death in Star Trek, the finalists are
Tasha Yar, The Next Generation, Skin of Evil. I didn't
kind of
see it.
Jadzia Dax, Deep Space Nine, Tears of the Prophets.
Data. Star Trek Nemesis. I know how you pronounce it.
Charles Trip Tucker III. I always thought it was Tucker II, but that's okay. Enterprise. These are the voyages.
Hugh, this is another problem. Hugh Borg, Picard, Nepenthe. Now, the Borgs are only half human, so So how can you possibly kill a semi-human?
It's called Nepenthe.
Nepenthe.
Yes, exactly. That's
Fine.
correct. Yeah. And do I have the last one?
You do.
Hammer, Strange New Worlds, all those who Wanderer. And then there's a pause. Okay.
Pause.
Oh.
I got to ask a question. How in God's name or Kayla's name can you leave the death of Galron off this list? Who the hell is nominating these things? Huh? Who? I want names.
Wait.
And that's the Klingon ring right there. See it?
Typical Klingon reaction. I gotta say.
Who said that? Gary?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I got
If you said it, Gary, I'll buy it. That was Ron or Ryan. I said, no, you can't say that. But you, Gary, absolutely.
Is okay.
You
have to announce it, JG. Where are you?
The smallest envelope.
Okay. Yeah, here it is. I'm
All
passing
right.
it.
Pass it. Yeah, okay, I'll get it. All right. Okay, I got it. Price and Waterhouse are standing right here next to me. All right. The winner is, well, that should be the winner. That should have been nominated, but I canceled it out. I didn't want to embarrass him. Can you see that clearly? The winner is Jadzia Dax in Deep Space Nine, Tears of the Prophets. You can't do any better than that, I don't think.
What?
God.
There she is right now, everybody.
He is the catch me out. Look at her.
Hi, guys. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Oh man, Jadzia, thank you.
Thank you for, oh my goodness. I want to thank all my fans.
Yes.
And they are legion.
Yeah, no, was it really a difficult choice? I mean, like it were me and Spock, but he did come back, right?
Yeah. No,
Everybody kind of does.
choice
Yeah.
was to leave Galron's death, which was stunning, off the list. Their heads will roll.
Neck and neck.
Honestly, when I was
the
listening to you
Klingons
guys,
get
I
no love.
really thought
No
that's what
freaking love.
Robert was going to say, what am I, chopped liver? And I thought, well, that's where the line goes, right?
Absolutely.
And then you never said it.
Well, he looks like a pilgrim. So
You look like a magician, though, kind of. Look at that.
Yeah, kind of a scary, like a steampunk
And the
one.
way you pulled that
I love
giant
you so much, JG.
FedEx thing.
Yeah, that was kind of clever. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm
stunning.
honored. I'm
Yeah.
so
Well, Jack,
honored.
well,
Yay.
Terry,
Yes.
I miss you so much. Of all these people, yes, they're all fine people, but I miss you so much. And I'm so pissed off that you're sitting next to Bob.
You know, me?
That pisses me off too.
How could you not miss me?
I don't miss you for a second.
You guys are like, you're like frickin' frack. You're like attached to the hip. How is he gonna miss you?
Oh, by the way,
it's true. It's true.
Oh my god.
Even when I with him, you know?
Yeah, now I can go
Even
back.
you what?
Even when I die, I'm with him. Yes.
You two are like Statler and Waldorf on the Muppets.
That's exactly. Thank you for saying that.
Whose amazing voice is that?
Bonnie.
That's Bonnie Gordon.
Oh,
Hi, Terry.
I love your voice. How are
Thank
you?
you. It's so good to
You
see
have
you.
the sexiest voice.
Yes.
I
Oh,
wish I had that
stop.
voice.
Stop. Go on.
Stop.
Continue. Tell me more.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, man.
Well, Terry, we really appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. I know you're out at a convention right now, but congratulations on this, because this is actually a pretty serious situation. Out of 10 shows, a bunch of movies, this was the death that affected the people the most.
Yes.
And Bob, you were
Very
voted in
sweet.
quite a bit. You didn't win. But
Didn't win.
a lot of people
Yeah, nomination
shed a
rate.
lot of
Write-ins.
tears over your death as well.
You get an
I
honorary
did.
mention.
I did.
You get an
Yeah.
honorary mention.
You know, I didn't
Do I
get
get a
mentioned
chocolate
either
covered bunny
because I'm
too?
still alive, Bob.
What does the award look like? Is it just tons of love from
Oh,
you guys?
it's this big. We'll send you one.
What?
It's black, gold and black.
Boy, you are gonna
So,
love
Rock,
it.
are you going to
It's-
bring it to me on the cruise?
I'll bring it to you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It's more of a PDF that you print out.
I'll text
Yeah.
it to you.
I'm hoping for something metal.
All right. Well, sadly, we have to move on to the next category, but we want to say
Thank
a very,
you guys.
very
I love
special
you
thanks
guys.
to you, Terry.
Love
And
you,
to the
Terry.
Klingons,
There.
the rowdy Klingons, thank you so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. We can't wait to see you again real soon, okay?
Until next time when Bob isn't nominated again.
I'd say I think that's as like organized and civil as you can expect from a Klingon award show.
Yeah, that
Top
was after
notch.
rehearsal. That was after rehearsal.
Wait, they got rehearsal?
They're amazing.
All right. So up next, we have somebody that's about 2/3 Klingon. She is a Star Trek science advisor. She is the Star Trek science advisor for what Star Trek? All of it. Her name is Dr. Erin McDonald. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's a delight to be here. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you. You all look fabulous.
My cheeks hurt right now.
Yeah, right. Okay, should I just dive in? Is that my MO?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, excellent. So I am here with great honor to present the category of the most Federation moment in Prodigy from the last year. For those of you who don't know, I mean, it's a humble brag, but it's going to be a brag nonetheless that I have now been canonized in Star Trek as a lieutenant commander in Starfleet Academy as Dr. Erin McDonald. But aside from that, that's not what we're here to talk about. So I am going to present the most Federation moment in Prodigy. The finalists for this are, number one, the kids use their teamwork to resynchronize time after it was fractured by an anomaly, which was episode 8, Time Amok, and we all wept openly. I hope I wasn't the only one. Number 2, the crew of the Protostar works with the Enterpriseians to save them from the gallows, which was episode 13, All the World's a Stays. Also cried during that one, but that's beside the point. Number 3, Janeway's good deed gets returned by the Bernari Ensign, which is episode 19, Supernova Part 1. Shout out for Counterpoint, my favorite Star Trek episode.
Yeah, and wow, that Bernari ensign was just so great, you guys, right? Man, just blew it out of the water.
A bond I feel right now between you and the Bernari ensign, I think is totally valid.
Thanks.
Okay, the next one, Dal offers to go down with a ship, which was the same episode, episode 19. Gwen appeals for help from non-Federation ships, which was in the same episode. Hollow Janeway sacrifices herself to help the kids escape the Protostar, which was in episode 20, the season finale. And then the last one was Janeway's speech in defense of the Protostar's crew at the Starfleet hearing, again in the finale, Supernova Part 2. All right, so the winner is... drum roll. I have to drum roll. I'm here by myself. I don't care. The winner is Hollow Janeway sacrifices herself to help the kids escape the Protostar. Episode 20, Supernova Part 2.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Loved it. Let's bring on a couple people here.
That was awesome.
But especially, let's bring somebody from the actual Star Trek Prodigy writers' room. None other than writer-producer, of course, everybody knows and loves, and if they don't, they do now, Aaron J. Waltke. What's up, Aaron?
Hello. Thank you so much for this lovely LLAPy Award.
See, that's what it looks like, you guys. It's like what exactly.
It's got a base and everything. There's a start. Anyway, thank you so much for this amazing honor, and thank you for bestowing that upon us, Dr. Aaron. That's always a pleasure. And you know, I'm here as an emissary on behalf of the entire cast and crew. You know, the Hagemans wanted to be here, and as did Dan Ebon. In fact, I'm sure the entire cast and crew would love to.
Here, I'll translate. The rest of the cast and crew would have loved to have been
next
here.
Year. But you know, no, am I still unstable? Can you hear me? No? Yeah,
We
okay.
hear you now.
Yes, the cast. Yeah. Okay. The cast and crew, you know, would love to be there.
Some space interference.
Wow.
Is that Ensign Essentia doing this?
You know, Star Trek Prodigy is always. Oh no, is it still messing up?
Yeah, it did for a little bit.
And anyway, I'll just keep pushing through it, and hopefully you'll interpret what you can hear. Star Trek Prodigy has always been very much a team effort, and we operate as a crew. And so to accept an award of this nature means a lot because at its heart, you know, even though they are misfits, they come together as one to embody what Starfleet represents. So thank you for this tremendous honor, and live long and prosper. Or should I say live logs and proper.
There it is. That's the one. We hear you loud and clear now. Everything's great.
Great.
Dr. Aaron McDonald, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you and everything you do and your time. We hope to see you soon. Have fun on the cruise.
Likewise. Thank you. We will. Thank you, Aaron. It's an honor. It's been an honor to work on Prodigy, and I'm just so thrilled that the fans have resonated so much with what I know you and the rest of the team put so much effort into creating a beautiful world. So congratulations.
And I think I get to
proper.
Yes,
Thank
live
you.
logs and proper. And I think I get to deliver the next award. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. Before we do that, this one is about Delta Quadrant species in Star Trek Voyager, if I remember correctly, right? And this one is super important to us because it's not just you know, an actor that portrayed a character. It's not just VFX. It's not just makeup. It's not just writing. It's all of those things. It's props, it's wardrobe, it's art direction, it's hair and makeup, and it all comes together to create these very memorable species. And so this one is something it's really important to understand that there's so many different departments that don't get enough love. And hopefully when we see these aliens of the week or aliens of the 2 weeks, we realize how many different departments came in to putting this thing together. So no pressure, Aaron. Now you're up.
Well, so in the category of favorite Delta Quadrant species, which I am more than honored to present, are the Hirogen, the Crino, and the Vidians. And the winner is species 8472.
Brought Muhammad on as a backup just in case, but you got it.
I was
Aaron.
ready.
Thank you.
I think we missed one or two of the nominees, but we got the important one.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, all the way from fluidic space, we have species 8472.
Now, how about we bring on somebody that may have had a little something to do with the creation of species 8472, Mr. Dan Curry.
Hey, how's it going?
Dan, the legend, he's here.
I'll talk a little bit about how it came into existence.
Please.
When the writers came up with this vicious hunting species, I thought back to my thesis project in theater in grad school, and I had created a tripod comedic character, and I made a flexible cane for the actor's legs, and most of the audience couldn't tell which was the bogus leg. So I brought that up to the producers, and they said, okay, tripod, cool. So then I did a few crude sketches and passed it off to Steve Berg, who did wonderful concept sketches. And then at Foundation Imaging, I passed it off to John Teska, a wonderful CG artist and animator. And that's how it came into existence. And just wanted to mention that creating visual effects is a team sport. And it requires a lot of people with a very wide range of skills and talents. And so on behalf of the visual effects team, thank you for the award.
Well deserved.
Thanks very much,
Great work.
Mr. Curry.
Wow.
You guys are legends. And Aaron J. Walke, thank you so much for joining us today and for everything that you do. We can't wait for way more episodes. You said Prodigy season 2 is spring, right?
Yes, it is. It is in. It is in the works.
Yeah. No news items today. Thank you very much, though, Aaron. We really appreciate you. We'll see you soon. Okay.
Good to see you.
Yes. Ta-ta.
All right. Now it's time to get serious, everybody. Jokes are over.
By the way, I love that song, Species 8472309.
Sirach Lofton, everybody.
Well done.
Hey, Sirach, leave the parodies to me, darling.
Oh,
just
sorry.
kidding, just kidding. I'm kidding. We'll collaborate.
We'll collaborate.
All right. So we have 3 things that are not voted on by the public. These are just honorary things that we like to do for the people that deserve them so that we, the Star Trek fans and the Star Trek community, can just honor the people that we think deserve to be shown some love and respect. And we've been waiting a very long time, decades, for this one. Our first honor is the Kenneth Mitchell Hope Award. As everybody knows, last year, Kenneth Mitchell was the first recipient of the Kenneth Mitchell Hope Award. And this award goes to the person that gives us the most hope in humanity through difficult times, through trials and tribulations, through rough patches. And they keep coming back with positivity and love and support for the community. And for that reason, today we would like to honor our good friend, Mr. Doug Drexler, with the Kenneth Mitchell Hope Award. Hello, Doug.
Hey, everybody. I didn't, I came here to present an award. I didn't know I was going to be receiving one. And
Oops.
honestly, they asked me to present the Best Legacy Series finale, and I didn't know they were going to ambush me with the Kenneth Mitchell Hope Award. And,
You still will in a minute.
Oh, we're not on yet?
No, you will still present that thing.
Oh, okay. Am I
but
on?
Actually, yes, but actually, Dan, you've got a couple things you'd like to say, right?
I do.
I do.
Please.
Really, the Kenneth Mitchell Hope Award.
I've known Doug for many years, and I'm proud to be able to call him friend. And Doug is a Renaissance man who has got a wide range of talents. And he went from being an Academy Award-winning makeup artist, reinvented himself as a premier digital artist, and has made an immense series of contributions to Star Trek, and dealing with adversity with courage and dignity. So Doug is one of my heroes.
Oh, Dan, to hear that, just thank you. That's absolutely mind-blowing, really. Kenneth Mitchell is such a figure of hope, and a guy who I greatly admire, and the adversity that he has had to go through, and I am also a person who fully understands the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, and how touching it is to win an award that honors the bravery of a man like that. You blew my mind, because I wasn't expecting this at all. Just, it came out of the blue. But hey, listen, basically all I've ever done is try to embody the basic philosophy of Star Trek, which is hope, for the future, and love for everybody, and caring about diversity. Thank you, Star Trek. Even when I was a little kid and I was watching the original series in 1966 when it first premiered, it had a profound effect on me.
Bird
Sorry,
agrees.
that's my bird screaming. He hates it when I get attention. But honestly, I'm like, when they told me I was getting one, I'm like, what? How did I miss that? So, thank you. And Kenneth, every single one of us sends you strength and love and admiration.
Mm.
Thank you.
Ryan, can I say something?
Please.
Doug, I want to thank you again for this is Armin.
Armin Shimmerman, everybody.
Armin!
Yes. Incredible generosity. When you said that you cared about loving other people, I want to thank you for something you did for me that you didn't have to do, and I'm always been enormously grateful for. When I left the show, I saw you a couple years later, and I mentioned to you that I had nothing from the set because I hadn't taken anything. And you were kind enough to give me an artifact from Quark's bar. I don't know if you can see it, but it hangs. Let's see, can I move my computer? No, it's still right here. The artifact hangs on the wall as something that you gave me from your collection, which I've always prized. As I said, it hangs in my office here. And you're a wonderful man. And I know you've gone through a lot. And hang in there, my friend.
Thank you, Armin. Oh, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you, and the fun that we had on stage.
We'll have to hear about those one of these days. Those stories. That laugh tells me I probably don't want to hear those stories.
No, we do.
Well, thank you, Armin. We'll see you in a moment, I bet. And Dan Curry, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We can't wait to see you again. You've got the best behind the scenes stories and stories of like Shaolin monks and crazy stuff. Like, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Thank you very much, Dan. We'll see you soon. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Dan.
All right. And Doug, yes, you do still have it's a tough job. You got work to do.
Yes, I'm presenting the award for best series finale episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about. I mean, and that's a really tough one. I mean, I know which one I think is the best one of all time, but I will read the nominees for that award. May I begin?
Absolutely.
Number one, The 1960s original series Turnabout Intruder. Interesting. The 1970s animated series A Counterclock Incident. The Next Generation episode All Good Things. Deep Space Nine, What You Leave Behind. Voyager Endgame, and Enterprise. These are the voyages. Do I go right into the winner now?
We cannot wait.
Yeah. And the winner. I need an envelope. The winner is Deep Space Nine, What You Leave Behind. There you go.
Amazing.
I got my own choice there.
Okay. Let's just get right to it, everybody. We have a living legend amongst us. We have several, one of which is showrunner of Deep Space Nine, Mr. Ira Stephen Bear. Hello, Ira.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what a trophy looks like.
Award. The great bird of the galaxy.
Ira, turn on a light, will you?
Yeah, I know. This is how I like it, but I think you can see this thing, right?
Nice.
It's beautiful. I'll wait for it to be inscribed, but we all know what it's for and what it means. I expected either Breaking Bad or The Leftovers to win. So I'm really surprised that we took this one, the greatest finale of all time. Woo! Thank you all. Doug, getting this from you. It means so much. I didn't even know you watched the show, so that's really good. So anyway, I give this in honor of Armin Shimmerman because he's staring at me. So thank you.
Now that's sweet.
I give it right back to you, Ira. Right back.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ira, for taking a moment out of your busy schedule on a Sunday and for opening that big box that we sent you with that trophy. That's awesome. That's if everybody's getting one, by the way. It's going to be really nice.
So I have to leave now and get to the light bulb store and try to get some light.
That's where he gets his ideas.
I am indeed a vampire. So now you all know. So I'll see you all down the road, and thank you for the honor.
Thank you, Ira. Appreciate
Keep
it.
it on my shelf.
All right. So, and Doug, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. You're so active online and you do so many great things and you just keep on trucking. You're an inspiration to all of us and we love you and everything you do. Okay.
Thank you. I'm a first generation fan and I've always been a fan of the show. I'm just fortunate to have been able to run away with the circus with everybody else.
I wish I knew what that meant.
I think you do.
No, but thank you, Doug.
I watched that
appreciate
Klingon
you.
segment, and that's running away with the circus.
All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody.
Love you, Doug.
All right. Now, everybody at home, if that wasn't heartwarming enough and wholesome enough, it is time for more Dr. Pollard, Raven, Dowda.
You know what's next? In the category of most rewatchable episode of Strange New Worlds. And as well, there's a lot of them. So let's see. The finalists are number 1, episode 1, Strange New Worlds. Episode 5, Spock Amok. Episode 8, The Elysian Kingdom. Episode 9, All Those Who Wander. And episode 10, A Quality of Mercy. You want to know who the winner is? Do you really want to know? Well, I'm going to tell you. The winner is episode 5, Spock Amok.
Big surprise to anybody or no big surprise there? It's very rewatchable, I think.
Yeah. Very rewatchable.
I think Muhammad was shaking his head.
That was an easy choice. The Legion episode was going to win.
Oh.
That was your prediction.
Yeah.
That was good too. I mean, that would have been a good choice as well.
Strange New Worlds is killing it in season 1.
Fun
Absolutely
Star Trek
loving it.
fact. Spock was actually originally seen in the original series of Star Trek. Thank you. Just wanted
Bonnie
to throw
Gordon,
that in there.
everybody.
Thank you. Figured I'd say something since I'm saying something right now. For the next category.
Maybe you're right. Everybody, Bonnie Gordon's back.
Yay. Previously on the Lappies, the winner of the funniest Lower Decks episode was We'll Always Have Tom Paris. And we will, because he'll never leave. Take it away for the next category. Funniest episode of Lower Decks 2022. Something like that.
Nailed it.
Oh, nice segue, I know. And
You know who else was in Lower Decks? The next guest presenter. He's been in 2 episodes thus far, and we cannot wait to bring him on. Mr. Jeff Combs, everybody. You know him as Brunt FCA and the others.
Thus
What's up,
far. Glad you said thus far. There are futures for all of us. How's everybody?
Awesome.
Good.
So good
Even
to
better
see
now.
you.
Yeah.
Good to see everyone. I'm a late arrival to this party, but that's okay. That's okay.
Perfectly on time.
the party
And,
didn't start till you got here.
So I am announcing this category. I'm honored to do that. Should we begin? First of all, I think I deserve just a taste of a because it's a party.
Me the nail.
Yeah. They're looking forward to seeing you on the cruise, Sirach.
I look forward to it too, Jeff.
Yeah.
Me too.
We'll do this together, okay?
A lot.
So, should I begin here, Ryan?
Yes, please. We are ready for you, and we are rooting for more Agamus in season 4 or 5 of Lower Decks.
Well, just remember, all you have to do is plug me in, and I'll solve all your problems. Okay. So, the funniest Lower Decks episode of 2022, and the nominees are episode 3, Mining the Mines. That's a tongue twister. Episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing. Episode 7, Mathematically Perfect Redemption. And episode 8, Crisis Point Paradoxus. And the winner is envelope, please. The envelope. You had it. Give me that. This is not a time to play around. And the winner is episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing.
Everybody knows that one as the one where they went to Deep Space Nine. What?
Doubly honored here. I may be triply honored because who's going to be accepting this award?
I'm hoping people can start guessing because he popped in earlier. Everybody knows him as the
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Episode 4 of The Next Generation, Armin Shimmerman.
There he is.
There I am.
Mark is here.
There you
How nice
are.
to see all my friends.
Wish I had it
Thank
to
you.
give to you here.
You'll give me something else a little bit later, I'm quite sure.
That's easy for you to say. I love it.
Thank you. I want to just quickly say thank you. I want to say thank you, and it was great fun to do that episode. But I also think it's an honor not only to those of us who appeared, which is only Nana and I. I hope in the future that everybody from Deep Space Nine will appear on other shows. I want to see Jeff and Sirach and Terry and everybody else in front of the camera or in front of the microphone, because our show was indeed the best. I wish I were still here to this. And it wasn't just the writing and the acting. It was, as we all know, everybody behind the camera as well. Dan Curry, for instance. It's a great show, and it was a tribute to our show, to Deep Space Nine, that they decided to bring these two characters back from Deep Space Nine, but there's room for a lot more. Thank you.
Hey, Sirach. Hey, Sirach.
Yeah. Yes.
This, perhaps what Armin is saying is in the cards.
In the cards. That's
Very
very
nice.
clever.
In the
That's very
cards.
clever.
Very nice.
Good
Just
knowledge.
thought of that. Just, right
Those
now.
of you who don't know, that's one of our episodes. In the cards. In the cards.
Amazing.
Very good. Very good.
Well, Armin, the entire internet exploded when they saw Deep Space Nine and Quark and Kira. So we really were rooting for this one. It wasn't the biggest surprise because of how nuts everybody went for it. Did you have any idea that people were going to go absolutely insane, or did you just think, oh, they'll like it, they'll enjoy it?
The truth is, I didn't think much about it, Ryan. I was flattered and honored to be asked, but I was only really concerned about doing the best job I possibly could. I wasn't concerned really about how people would appreciate it. But I must say, when I saw the episode, like everybody else did, when they did that homage to the opening of our show by circling the station, I was near tears, and I think a lot of people were as well. It was a great homage to the show and everybody that worked on the show. So that people appreciated it. I'm very flattered, and I didn't expect that much reaction, as you just alluded to. I don't think it goes to show how much Deep Space Nine is appreciated. That's all.
Well, thank you so much.
I would love to see the Quark animated headshots at the next convention for you for signing.
Oh, yes.
I watched that episode, and perhaps the only quibble I had was that Quark looked more like David Levinson than it did like me. For those of you who don't know, David was my stand-in. I was there for 7 years. God bless David Levinson. Yes, you can have that headshot. I'll gladly give it to you.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, Armin, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Jeff, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you all in just a few days. We really appreciate you. We're happy that you got the win, Armin, and thank you both so very much.
Long live Trek.
And one more thing, thank the writers and producers of Lower Decks that they went out of their way to honor Deep Space Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially Mike McNabb.
Yeah.
All right. You heard it here first. Sirach Lofton on Lower Decks by the end of this year.
Yes.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Fantastic, Sirach.
All right. So up next, we have a doctor in the house. Is there a doctor in the house? There is. It's Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel with the very next category. Take it away. We can't hear you, though.
You're muted.
Now we can, I bet.
Okay. I was just giggling so much the past few. Basically, this next category is really, really important. Everybody knows Star Trek has like the best crew, the best actors, the best writers, and sometimes they just use, they turn to music to sort of supplement what we're getting from the words, what we're getting from the acting, to just evoke emotions that sometimes words can't express fully themselves. So this next category, favorite on-screen musical instrument performer in Star Trek. This was a category that had a ton of write-ins. So the finalists are Spock with his Vulcan lute, not the only time Vulcan lute showed up on the write-in list, but Spock was the top one. Jean-Luc Picard with his Rustican flute, Riker with his trombone, Data with his violin, Nella Darren with her piano from the episode Lessons of TNG, Odo with his piano, Harry Kim with his clarinet, Harry Kim and the Kim Tones, and the winner is Jean-Luc Picard with his Russian flute from The Inner Light, which I think everybody had a pretty good guess would win, since it's even featured in Picard season 1 and 2's theme.
You know who didn't guess
Very
that?
well deserved. Who? No, we're not going to look.
We could.
But really, every single one deserved tons of like accolades because it's just perfect.
And
All
here
right.
to play the flute is Ryan Husk.
Yes.
Yes, please. This is the musical
wanna hear
interlude
that.
of the performance.
I don't have a flute prop. Otherwise, I would totally pull it
I
out
think
and be
went
like,
for
"Oh,
like
I'm gonna do it."
$500,000 at the Christie's auction. Something like crazy.
Wow.
Whoa.
$500,000, that was the model, but like 40 or 100,000.
So now it is time to move on. Great stuff. Thank you, Doctor. To our second honor of the night. It is the Aaron Eisenberg Community Award. And anybody that met Aaron Eisenberg, who played Nog on Deep Space Nine, or has even just heard of him, knows that he was just so good to everybody. He was so open and talkative and friendly to even the most random person showing up. He just had the biggest heart. It was unbelievable. I don't know how anybody could have that much bandwidth in their heart to take every single person into it, but he did. And so last year we created the Aaron Eisenberg Community Award, and he was the first recipient, of course. And today we're going to honor the second person with that award, the Aaron Eisenberg Community Award. Melissa, would you like to present that?
Yes. I had to write a little something because there's so much to say about this person that I would have got tongue-tied, and I still might, but we'll give this a go. So, your endless work to help create a world where people are kinder to each other is a gift you bestow upon a community of youth who may never know who to thank for their lessons in empathy and compassion. I can think of no one more deserving of the Aaron Eisenberg Community Award than someone whose commitment to the betterment of our future is only matched by your commitment to your friends. You're an inspiration of strength and perseverance, and I love and respect you more than I can ever express. Thank you for all that you do. It's an honor to present this award to Chase Masterson, who is incredible.
Yay.
Hey, Chase.
I can't begin to say how much this means. Melissa, thank you so much for that. Melissa, Sirach, and Ryan, you all are such beautiful examples of how the world should be. And you are all so individually and together so close to my heart. To receive this from you means the world to me. Thank you. I want to say to receive an award with Aaron's name on it is such an honor, more than I could begin to say, because it's so true. He was so beautiful every minute to everybody. I had the honor of sitting next to him and to you, Melissa, at so many conventions, and the love and sincerity and genuineness and gratitude that Aaron absolutely shone out to everyone. He was shining all the time. And when you think that that was in the midst of hardships that he went through and just life, the life that people go through, the life that actors go through up and down, and Aaron was never affected in that way that a lot of people are. He never got tired. He never got cranky or crabby. He never watched the clock. He soaked up every minute. And I am so grateful to be in his company on this. It means so much to me. You all out there mean so much to me. And I have to say that whereas our work with Pop Culture Hero Coalition goes, it's you guys, the fans of Star Trek, who taught me to do this work. I remember during the run of Star Trek, we were supporting different charities for our fan clubs, and I would go to some little town in the middle of the country somewhere, or maybe on the coast, and show up on a Friday morning or a Saturday morning, and people would greet me at the airport or at the convention saying, here, we did a Klingon bake sale for your charity, or here, we had a Romulan car wash, and we raised this money for caring for babies with AIDS, or for another cause that I had the honor of working on. And I don't know how else to say it, but that you taught me. You all taught me what it's like to love, and that love is a verb, and that our love can go so much farther than a television show, but that our love can take that show and make it real in real life to people who need us, and that we can be Starfleet, that we can be the heroes. And don't we all need that? I'll say one other thing. I started the coalition because I was in such a difficult place in my life. I was hurting really badly over a couple of personal incidents. And a friend of mine said, if you want to feel better, go help someone who is hurting more than you. And so I know there's a lot of people that could be hurting more than me, but we all have our feelings, right? Mm-hmm. And so I started to help, like Captain Kirk said in City on the Edge of Forever, let me help. Those words replace even I love you. And I just want to say to anybody out there, you are so much more than welcome to join us with what we do with the coalition. I don't mean to go on about it, but it really is in our vulnerabilities, in those times when we feel our weakest, that we have the ability to empathize, to know that other people have it worse, and to reach out and help like this show helps us. So thank you. It's the honor of a lifetime to be part of this community and to be on this show and to receive this award from you, Melissa, and Sirach and Ryan is such a gift and an honor. And I will be forever grateful and remember this moment and try to live up to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chase.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for all the work that you do, Chase, and your golden heart. We all see it. So thank you.
Well, thank you. We have an incredible platform. So let's make this a world where we can all live long and prosper, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, Chase, it was a pretty easy decision though, right? but you know, it's not a tough decision when it seems like everything you do is out of positivity and love. Excuse me. And so we're really happy about this, and we're really happy that you were able to come on to accept this. And I wish we could talk to you forever about this, but I hope that you know how much you mean to us and how much you mean to everybody in the Star Trek community.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. And Melissa and Sirach, my heart is so full.
All right.
Thank you. I love
Chase,
you guys.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Hugs. Bye.
All right. Everybody at home that's never met Chase is like, oh, now I get it. Yeah, she's super nice. She's great.
She's incredible.
I love you guys. I love you guys so much. I adore you.
Chase Masterson, there she is.
I love you guys. I'm going to take a screenshot, okay? And then I'm going to go
Okay.
because I know you need your time. I love you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. I love you. Bye. Bye.
Bye, Chase.
Bye.
All right. What's next, everybody?
It's me.
There she is.
Hi, everyone. Previously on the Lappies, the winner of Best New Episode was Nepenthe, Picard Season 1, Episode 7. Take it away, Sirach, presenting for the Best New Episode of 2022.
Whoa, that's a lot of pressure, Sirach. This is practically like the biggest award we have. The best out of 51 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By the way, I think it's important to mention very quickly that we had people voting for the finalists first. So every one of these that are about to be mentioned already won something because they were picked out of 51 episodes of all of 2022. So with that being said, Sirach, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. And it is an honor for me to be presenting this award. We've gotten a lot of new Star Trek, and we're very grateful to the, to Paramount and CBS and everybody who's involved in creating the new Star Trek, because it's been a blessing to have its revitalization and to be able to watch the new characters unfold, the new stories continue. So, having said that, I'd like to introduce the Best New Episode candidates for 2022. The finalists are Picard, Season 2, Farewell. Prodigy, Season 1, Kobayashi. Prodigy, Season 1, All the World's a Stage. Prodigy, Season 1, Supernova, Part 2. Lower Decks, Season 3, Hear All, Trust Nothing. Lower Decks Season 3, Crisis Point 2, Paradoxus. Strange New Worlds Season 1, Spock Amok. Strange New Worlds Season 1, The Elysian Kingdom. Strange New Worlds Season 1, Equality of Mercy. And the winner is Strange New Worlds, Equality of Mercy. Best new episode of 2022.
So that was a huge episode. Everybody loved it. Scott Baker is nodding his head very powerfully. So is Anne-Marie Siegel. Luckily, everybody, we have a co-executive producer of Strange New Worlds and somebody that just so happened to direct this exact episode. Mr. Chris Fisher is here with his associate producer next to him. How you doing, Chris?
Hey guys, how's everybody going?
Awesome.
Doing good.
Good to see everybody. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you so much for this honor. Yeah, it's unfortunate it's about 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, so I'm keeping my my daughter Poppy up to see this because she's the biggest fan of Star Trek, and as following after Chase Masterson, we see how important it is to pass on this legacy of peace and prosperity, and it's just awesome to hear her speak, and Poppy's so excited to be here with me. Say hi, Pops. Hi. But yeah, it's a great honor to represent everyone at Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The entire cast and crew worked so hard on this episode. It was a big challenge and it was a big risk, not least of which bringing back James Kirk and introducing him back to our show like that. But it was such a fun episode. Magdalena Gorka, the DP, created this really throwback noir look. With the key light on the actors' faces, and she did some really special things to give it a strange sort of magical quality to kind of really take us into Pike's state of mind. And Jonathan, our production designer, our whole team was we all put so much together for this finale, and it's really an honor to get this award and be here tonight. So thanks, you guys.
Our
Awesome
recreation
episode.
of Balance of Terror was epic. Oh my gosh.
Brilliant.
It was so well done. Great job.
Yeah, it was nervous, kind of trying to reinvent the Romulans, and obviously the legacy of that episode was, there's such big boots to fill. But our showrunners Akiva and Henry know that everything they do on the show they do with love, and so anytime you feel nervous or you feel like the risk is too big, they just say follow your heart. We know you love Trek, and just go for it. So that was kind of like every time we wondered if we could fill those boots, we just took a big swing, and I'm so happy everyone loved the episode so much.
Home run.
Absolutely loved it.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Chris. You guys killed it. We cannot wait till
thanks, you
season
guys.
2. We'll see you soon, okay?
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. All right, everybody. That's about it, except for one big, super important thing, and that is the final honoring of the evening. Remember last year, we had a Lifetime Achievement Award. Well, there are a lot of lifetimes out there, but this is the most important one right now. We would like to honor Mr. Walter Koenig with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Hello, Walter. How are you?
I'm fine, but I don't think you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Can hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you and we see you. And we love your bookshelf.
Yes.
Sirach, would you like to say a couple words before we fully present this?
I'm gonna say what I know about Walter, and that he is just a classy guy. He's funny. He's sweet. He's kind. He's gentle. He's thoughtful. It's just I just can continue to go on because he's the kind of person that you just want to hug. And every time I see you, Walter, I just want to hug you. And I love you tremendously. I love that you have left a legacy of excellence for all of us that have come and followed behind you. And I thank you for paving the way along with your other castmates for the rest of us to be sharing in these moments like we are today. And Walter, you've shown us by example how to wear the mantle of what Star Trek represents and all of the ideals. And for that, I thank you. And it is an honor for me to be presenting you with this Lifetime Achievement Award.
Just want to point out very quickly that the people in the live chat completely agree. Look at all these hearts and applause and love. And people saying the bookshelf is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Walter, thank you so much.
Myself, having had the opportunity to work with Walter on set and hang out with him off set, I say, incredible man, incredible heart, talented and kind and everything good that you can say about somebody. Really living up to the ideals of what Star Trek is for for all of us.
Thank you very much. I guess it's my turn to talk.
Please.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I like that you made a face both times Sirach and Scott called you kind, though, by the way. I caught that.
He's a very young man, and on his series, my son guest starred on the show and played opposite Sirach, which was quite remarkable and was great. I'm very proud to see him on the show and working with you. And the only thing I want to talk, I don't want to get maudlin, and I don't want to get overly sentimental. But I do, the question I'm asked the most, always, constantly for the last 6.5 decades, is how is it that Khan recognized Chekhov? Chekhov wasn't in the first season of Star Trek. Well, I knew that. I knew that before we started shooting. I was, in fact, asked to do a Trekkie run on the script. The first thing I discovered, the most heinous literary faux pas, was that they killed Spock off in the second act. And I said, you can't kill an icon like Spock. That's got to be the climax of your story, excuse the word. I mean, it's it has other meanings other than literary. So anyway, I came up with a story that I would tell at conventions, and the story very quickly was Khan did recognize Chekhov. Chekhov was working on the third deck behind the boiler room and was very, very ill with a condition called Malakhovsky's malady, and was ensconced in the bathroom and had been there for hours and hours. When poor Mr. Khan's genetically engineered kidneys, about to explode, pounded pitifully on the bathroom door, begging for admittance, until finally the door swung open. Chekhov stepped out, Khan grabbed him and said, "Your face, I will never forget." Okay, so that's the story. That's the story that I tell. So a young man came up to me, this was in the last 6 months, and said, "How is it that Khan recognized you?" And I said, "Okay." And I told the story. And there was a moment of silence, a very heavy, deep thinking silence. And he turned to me and said, "I'm going to consider that canon." So that's the truth. That's how it all really happened.
It's canon now. That's it.
Lock it in.
Please appreciate it. I'm glad that you're all keeping Star Trek alive, and that you're such enthusiastic and energized and generous fans. And I'll continue to watch all the iterations of Star Trek.
Thank you, Walter. You've been amazing for decades and decades, and we really appreciate you. You're always cool. You're still always funny too, by the way. That's I hope I'm still that funny when I'm 50. But you're a class act. We all love you. You're hilarious. You're brilliant. You're a great writer as well, and we're more than happy to bestow this upon you. And we're even happier that you gave us the time of day and came on to the show to accept it. So thank you once again.
We love you, Walter.
Definitely.
All right. I think that's about it, everybody. We're going to pull up one more person real quick, just because somebody is applauding you, Walter. And so I want you to see that he was applauding. It was Mr. Armin Shimmerman saying hello.
May I tell a quick story about Walter and I?
Please do.
Walter doesn't remember this because I asked him once. He doesn't remember, but I do. I was a very young man living in New York. I was on 8th Avenue. And Mr. Chekhov approached me on 8th Avenue long before I ever thought about being on Star Trek, years before, and asked me, "Do you know how to get to so-and-so?" I can't remember where. And I gobsmacked, said, yeah, you just go up 3 blocks and you turn right and there you are. And I spent the rest of the day quelling over the fact that Walter Koenig, Mr. Chekhov, actually talked to me on the street. Now I see him at the post office on a regular basis, but I used to. But that was one of the best days I ever had because Walter stopped me on the street.
I'm not sure I should be happy for you or cry for you. That's one of the best days you ever had.
You can do both. Either way, Walter. Either way. But I've known him now for a long time, and he's everything you say he is. He's kind, he's funny, and most importantly, he's talented.
Yes,
Well, I think that's about it, everybody. I think we've done it. We'd like to thank everybody at home for joining in the fun. And we'd like to thank everybody that called in and joined us, like Armin, like Walter. And we've been watching you in the live chat. You've been going nuts, and we love that stuff. So thank you all very much. You can rewatch this episode anytime, and we're going to go back and rewatch it to see all of your reactions. I think that's about it, right?
Thanks to Ryan for organizing so much of
all
this
of us.
convention, of this award show. I mean, you were our leader, and everybody contributed, but you were our leader, Ryan. Thank you so much for this.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the 2023 LLAPy Awards, brought to you by Romulan Ale. If you're feeling blue, why not drink it? And the Seventh Rule podcast. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, do so now. Thank you. Goodbye. That's all I got.
Addition. That's a good
Thank
addition
you.
right there.
I was just, yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
My popcorn bowl's empty.
Popcorn done.
Oh, that's the real button right there.
Well done, Scott.
Oh, I should have said stay tuned.